So who's excited for the first Friday of the NBA season?
Westbrook spotting up inside, and he's got it! And he's got it! He's got it! With 7/10 of a second remaining. Westbrook almost to half court.
Oh, yeah. Plus, is this a little too buddy-buddy before the game? You don't want to miss our bruh segment. It's NBA Tonight. Let's roll. I really couldn't think of a better way to spend my Halloween right here with you and right here with you, AD. What's going on? Welcome into NBA Tonight. I'm Prims Rip, as always, alongside Antonio Davis. So we've got a very busy night, 12 games on the docket. We had a reuniting of sorts with the big former three, but the game to watch tonight was OKC versus Orlando. So Antonio, Kevin Durant, and Russell Westbrook ready to take on the Magic, and what a night they would have. Let's fast forward to the fourth quarter. Thunder attempting to come back. Westbrook attacks the basket.
When somebody stopped this kid, they know he's not going to stop till he gets to the rim.
16 seconds remaining. Durant comes off the screen, knocks down the catch, a shoot three to tie the game. We're tied at 114. Then Orlando gets the ball back. Victor Oladipo step back three. Magic up 117 to 114.
I think Scott Skiles has to be excited about his team now.
Oh, yeah. Then there you go. Westbrook, I've got an answer for you. Hits the three with 0.7 seconds left on the clock. So the Thunder comes all the way back down from 18 points, tied up, and we are headed into overtime in OT. Thunder up 121 to 119. Westbrook continues the attack.
Not just attack, but attack the whole team. We went through like 5 great jerseys. Would somebody stop this kid?
Nobody can stop this guy. Last chance for Orlando, down three. Finds Oladipo in the corner. Hits the three as time expires. The crowd is going crazy.
Hey, the only way you get there is to make sure that you knock down big shots.
And that he did. So we're forced to double overtime. Westbrook finds Durant for the jumper. Thunder up 136-131. And then the Magic were trying to keep things close. Payton hits a three to make it a one-possession game.
Once again, Scott Skiles has to be lucky that this young team is getting this experience against a great team so early.
Absolutely. Oladipo now gets a chance in the corner, gets blocked by Durant. Westbrook, 48 points, 11 boards. Durant, 43 points, 12 boards. And OKC wins a huge one in double overtime, 139 to 136.
Just trying to get a shot. I was blessed for it to go in, man. Happy it went in, and we closed the game out.
We never quit. We never quit, man. And Russ hit a huge shot going into the OT, and we just rode the big dog after that, man. He was great. They was giving him the lane. I don't know why. He was just being aggressive, scoring, finding teammates, rebounding, man. He was the best player on the floor tonight, and it was good to go out there and get a W.
What a night for these guys. Durant and Westbrook have now scored 40 points in the same game for the third time in their careers. The Elias Sports Bureau tells us that they are the only pair of teammates to do that multiple times in NBA history. And you know the last duo to have 40 in the same game before KD and Westbrook? Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Wow. That's some pretty good company, I have to tell you. So that's a great win for OKC, a great performance by the dynamic duo. But what concerns do you have for OKC when you watch this game?
Well, first of all, Durant played too many minutes. You know, you don't want to look back into the season and not win this game. So I understand why he played so many minutes, but you don't want to stress that foot this close, so early in the season. But what a big win for them. And what a way for this dynamic duo to really start their season and show everybody that they're for real. And they're really, I got them picked at least in the top 4. So they're going to be great this season.
All right, so OKC improves to 2-0. Up next, they will take on the Nuggets. So moving forward, how do you think they should manage the minutes? Because that's the most important thing, is trying to keep these guys healthy.
Well, the biggest thing is, to me, the other thing that I not only look at minutes, but these two guys scoring the basketball. It hasn't worked for this team, with them scoring 60% of their points. Other guys need to get involved, step up, but once again, through 3 quarters, you're down 18. They have to take over the game. There's no other way. You got to keep them on the floor because you got to win these type of games early.
All right. So great win for OKC. Now the other matchup, marquee matchup to watch tonight was the Miami Heat taking a trip to Cleveland at Quicken Loans Arena, a reuniting of sorts for the former Big Three, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. That's a serious handshake, I have to tell you. Now, James, he found some serious success early on. What did you see, Antonio?
Well, the one thing is we can tell is he worked on his post game in the summer. Very patient, can get that shot off against anybody. Winslow is playing some great D, but this guy is just better offense when he can get that space and get it up over a bigger guy.
Absolutely. He had 18 points in the first half. Then third quarter, Kevin Love feeds LeBron, stretch pass, LeBron again.
Come on, little Dang, stop faking. You're not tripping. You just want to get out of that highlight, and I don't blame you.
He had a game-high 29 points. So later in the quarter, here's Wade looking pretty veteran there, flash circa 2011. Then Love makes a three from downtown. He had a double-double. So Cleveland gets the lead back up to 7. On to the fourth quarter we go. Cleveland's starting to pull away now. Dellavedova to Tristan Thompson.
How many times are you going to run this play over and over, and nobody from Miami's big just step up and stop the guard?
You know what? It was definitely working. And then take a look at Thompson rejecting Chris Bosh, playing some good D. So the Cavs, they get a good win over the Miami Heat, 102-92. On to Steph Curry and the Warriors in Houston Friday. Curry on fire from the start, coming off that 40-point performance in the season opener. How is he able to maintain this momentum from last season?
Wait, first of all, why is he so open? Do they not know who this guy is?
No, they need to put at least 2 to 3 guys on him. I mean, he scored 25 points and 6 assists, so great day for him. And then here, how about Harrison Barnes? Here he is, ball in the wing. Take a look at this. Over Dwight Howard.
Whoa.
That's definitely going to be a not top 10 play. Yeah.
Get your money.
Great athleticism for sure. So what the Warriors did really well, they pushed the ball in transition. Off the James Harden miss, Draymond Green finds Curry, catch and shoot for 3. Great anticipation, and this is a team that really has a lot of chemistry going on.
You know they do. You know, starting back from last year, I always thought they had so many guys who can make plays and finish plays, and that's one thing that makes them great.
And then on to the fourth quarter we go. Curry feeding Maurice Spates for the Jams. The Warriors get a nice win, 112-92 over the Rockets. And now it is time for Shore to Shore, brought to you by Joe's Crab Shack. The Warriors, they showed Friday just how tough they are to beat. They scored 53 points and shot 41% from the field on contested shots. On the other hand, the Rockets scored just 25 points on contested shots and made only 20% of those baskets. All right, still to come, LaMarcus laces them up for his second game with the Spurs. And also the Black Mamba, Kobe and the Lakers get taught a lesson by the Kings in Sacramento. That's up next. Prim and Antonio back here with you on NBA Tonight. The new addition, LaMarcus Aldridge and the Spurs taking on the Nets, and he was hot on Friday against Thaddeus Young, turnaround jumper. What was the difference with his performance the first game and tonight?
Tonight he just looks a lot more comfortable, adjusting to what they're going to have him doing all season, which is just give him the ball and get out of the way, give him some space. When you do that, nobody can guard him one-on-one.
Takes time, 10 points to 11 rebounds, and then Kawhi Leonard was fantastic too, coming off that career best performance, 32 points. And here for the jumper, Spurs up by 5. And Leonard going to strip the ball from Rondae Hollis-Jefferson. 16 points, 10 boards, and the Spurs get a nice win, 102-75. Suns and Blazers, and Steve Nash, well-deserved of this, inducted into the Suns Ring of Honor on Friday.
Wow. Awesome.
Very awesome. But you know what? Damian Lillard was trying to ruin his party, knocking down the 3 here. Then with a behind-the-back feed to Mason Plumlee, throws it down. So it seemed like he was really feeling it on Friday.
It looked like he's in a playground. Just step backs around the back.
Just completely taking control,
all.
Yeah. I mean, 13 points, 4 assists at the half. So Blazers, though, they would be down 6 at the break.
After all of that?
After all of that, tell you what. Then later in the third, Ronnie Price with a steal, finds T.J. Warren. So the Suns, they would get the win, 110-92, and they would do all that just for Steve Nash. The Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant, and the Lakers taking on the Kings. And Kobe, he was doing his thing early on. Bryant going to grab the easy rebound off the glass. And here with the putback. So we saw in the previous game, he was taking a lot of shots. Nothing was going down for him. So what did you see tonight and Friday?
Just being a little bit more patient, taking shots when they were there. Those are the kind of shots that he's supposed to take. Kick the ball ahead. He's wide open. Now he has space to either go to the basket or knock that down that three.
So he had 13 points in 22 minutes. Meanwhile, Rajon Rondo playing well for his new squad. That's going to put the Kings up 88-57. Rondo knocks down the triple. Great ball movement.
I don't want to shoot it, you shoot it. I don't want to shoot it, you shoot it.
And it would be the Kings getting the win, 132-114. So the Kings, they get 132 points. That is the most they have scored against the Lakers since the franchise moved to Sacramento before the 1985 and 86 season. So it's been, a really exciting week in the association because the season is getting underway, but it's also been a very tough week. Earlier this week, we lost a very special member. Flip Saunders passed away at the age of 60 after a long battle with cancer. And then on Friday, we lost another member. Hall of Famer Mel Daniels passed away at the age of 71, and he helped lead the Indiana Pacers to 3 American Basketball Association titles. And I know you played for the Pacers. So who was Mel Daniels to you?
Well, I can remember, being in college and seeing Mel at my games and just so excited that I sparked enough interest in a guy like that. Really didn't know a lot about him, but when you're in Indiana, you learn the history of Mel Daniels, what he meant to the team, what he meant to that franchise, and just seeing him in practice and certain things when I got there, just so appreciative of the opportunity that he gave me to play in the NBA, because I do believe, as with a couple other guys, that he was instrumental in me having that opportunity. We'll be forever missed. Such a great man. God rest his soul.
And you always remember the people that gave you that first opportunity,
yes,
don't you?
And we were talking about this. Gary Payton's dad, who died earlier too, about a month or so ago, was another guy who gave me that opportunity, and then Bill Duffy, who was my agent. People like that you don't forget. They make you who you are. And
Absolutely.
The fact that I played 16 years of professional basketball was because of these great men.
Well, the 7-time ABA All-Star certainly had an impact on the court, but he also had a tremendous impact off the court, one that will be felt for a very long time. Hall of Fame center Mel Daniels, gone at the age of 71. Welcome back. Prim's Rip, Antonio Davis here with you. Bulls seeking that 3-0 start, visiting the Pistons. And Derrick Rose, he was struggling early on, pulls up, misses the floater. Here he tries the crossover, but ends up dribbling the ball off his foot. He was over 4 turnovers through 3 quarters. What was the deal?
I don't know. Is it trick or treat or treat?
Too much candy? I don't know, but you know what? He started getting into his groove. 4th quarter, tied at 83, step back jumper is off target. So we are headed into overtime. In OT, Pistons with a lead here. Reggie Jackson, nice ball skills to get into the lane for the layup. Pistons take a 4-point lead, and then Jackson, he's going to kick it out to Marcus Morris, who feeds it to Anthony Tolliver. So Pistons up 90-83. Then 2.5 minutes to go. Rose going to go off the screen, drives but loses the ball out of bounds. So the Bulls end up losing in OT 98-94. What happened was they lost. So Hornets versus Hawks. Dennis Schroeder starting in place of Kyle Korver, who was off for the night resting his ankle. 2nd quarter, Kemba Walker loses the ball. Schroeder comes up with a steal for the easy lane on the other end. Hawks up 5. Closing seconds of the second. Here's Schroeder again, forces a steal. Jeff T for the lay-in. Hawks scored 26 points off turnovers, Antonio.
They're going to be good playing the two of them together. 2 guys that can bring the ball up, 2 guys that can score, make plays. I love seeing them together.
Well, there's a lot of people that can score. That was Kent Bazemore for the 3. Hawks in control, up by 13. Hornets trying to hang around. That's Marvin Williams for the 3. And then 2.8 seconds to go. Hornets still down 3. Walker, though, can't get that one to go. So the Hawks, they hold on for the win, 97-94. All 5 of their starters scored at least 14 points. Giannis Antetokounmpo saved that 4 times, returning to the Bucks lineup after serving a 1-game suspension opening night for a flagrant foul in last year's playoffs. And he was on fire. The Greek Freak was absolutely on fire. Maybe it was that 1-game suspension.
Hey, he's so long, playing with a lot of passion right now. J. Kidd got these young guys really playing at a high level, and they're going to be fun to watch all season.
So Milwaukee, they had a 6-point lead, and then later in the second, there he is, cutting to the rim for the jam. 23 points, 8 boards in the first half. But the Wizards, you know what? They would come all the way back from the 13-point deficit. 2 minutes ago, Wizards in transition. That's Bradley Beal with a 3. So the Wizards, they go on to win 118-113 as they improve to 2-0. Check it out, Dion Lewis and LeGarrette Blount of the New England Patriots after their big win over the Dolphins, checking out the Raptors-Celtics game. And check this out.
Oh!
Isaiah Thomas inbounds the ball to Marcus Smart, who throws up the wild shot for the basket. Yeah. Ba-bum-bum. Lucky shot for Smart. And you know what, though, Antonio? They could have used a little bit more luck, because here comes the Raptors. DeMar DeRozan steals the ball, kicks it out to DeMar Carroll, who knocks down the 3. So the Raptors are going to get the win 113-103. So just looking ahead to next week, a friendly reminder, it's NBA Wednesday presented by State Farm on ESPN. Melo and the Knicks square off against King James and the Cavs at 8 o'clock. And then after that at 10:30, there's no love lost between these two as the Clippers battle the Warriors. Our coverage begins with NBA Countdown at 7:30. You can catch both games live on the Watch ESPN app. Well, Antonio, you know, you have a lot of experience. You played in the NBA for 13 seasons, 13 years, 3 overseas. So you have so much wisdom to impart to so many of the players out there. So let's do a little early season advice from Antonio. Shall we do that?
Let's do it.
What you got?
You know, the first thing is during the summer, they gave away a lot of money this year. So for the guys that got those big bags of money, don't let that money determine how you're going to play. They played you for something you've either done before or something you're going to do later. Don't expect because they filled your pockets up that you're going to go now from averaging 15 to averaging 20. It doesn't work like that.
So don't get complacent.
Yes, don't get complacent. Take your time, adjust. Keep working in the summer to get better so that you feel good about the money they're paying you. Hey, and maybe they can pay you a little bit more. You know, terms are just short now, so you have a chance to go back in there.
Now, do you have any advice for any of the players out there that are in a new environment? They changed teams like LaMarcus Aldridge.
Listen, LA, my thing for LA, listen. You play ball. Go get buckets. Do what you do, boo.
There it is. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it.
That's what it's about. Guys like him and Greg Romero, you put them on the floor no matter where they are, and you give them the ball and they make buckets. That's what you do. You figure out the system and all that later. All that's going to fall into place the more you're on the floor with your new team. So don't allow them to have you not doing what you do. Put a ball in your hands and go get buckets.
All right, go do you, boo. And do you have any advice for some of the talented yet young and inexperienced rookies?
Listen, it is so important at the beginning of your season to get you a good vet. Everybody needs a mentor in this league. Things are happening so fast. You have to be a professional. You have to learn. Karl Anthony Towns is a great one. KG you can tell he's mentoring him the right way. This kid comes to play every single night. You can tell he's a great kid. Winslow, you know, hey, if I got D Wade in my ear all the time, I can't help but be a great player. And then the gray mamba is definitely going to teach the black mamba, excuse me.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I do that sometimes. But listen, those are the type of guys that are going to pass the torch to these young guys, and then they have to pass the torch. It's just something that you have to do in this league, and to have those kind of guys in your ears is just a huge advantage.
You know what? That's a great suggestion and piece of advice, not only for the NBA, but also in the real world as well.
Indeed.
Okay, so coming up, you don't want to miss our Fashion Friday segment. We got some good swag and also some bad swag to take a look. Don't worry, he's got some good swag. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at tonight's difference makers, brought to you by Belvedere Vodka. And it's who else but the OKC duo Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, both topped 40 points and added double-digit rebounds. But they were really big down the stretch, combining for 43 of the Thunder's 64 points after the third quarter. But you know what? This dynamic duo right here, myself and Antonio, we're going to be right back.
Yes, indeed. Bruh.
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 Welcome back. So we're going to do some new things, and one of them is our new bruh segment. It's like the NFL's come on, man. So it's synonymous with seriously. So let's get started. Nick Stauskas, a.k.a. Sauce Castillo, lobs it from near half court two. I don't know.
Ooh, is Superman in the building?
I don't know who he was lobbing it to. Come on, bruh. And then this is great. Cavaliers hosting the Heat, LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. That is a serious handshake. And that was before the game.
That's all right. I don't have a problem with that, actually.
No, I like that
my
one.
boy.
Yeah. And then take a look at this. Nuggets T-Wolves. Will Barton gets a pass, tries to beat the buzzer before the quarter ends. Only problem with that is that there were 12.4 seconds left in the quarter when he shoots it.
Wow.
Everyone's like,
They're like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, my
what.
bad. My bad. My bad. My bad.
All right. And another new segment. We've got Fashion Friday. So let's take a look at this year's Christmas Day uniforms. They released images of the new unis on Friday. Has a very classic holiday feel to it, don't you think?
I like, especially the socks.
And then check out Russell Westbrook. He decided to dress up like his teammate Steven Adams for Halloween. How do you like that? I like that a lot.
I like that one too.
And last but certainly not least, this is what we call sock swag to celebrate Steve Nash's big night. He was inducted in the Suns Ring of Honor, so his face put on the socks. How do you like that?
Sock swag?
Yeah, sock swag. We got some swag here from Antonio Davis on Prim's Rip-A-Pat. We'll see you later.